Come on. I can't make sure.
Hey, we live, y'all.
I don't see the vision.
Shit.
Yeah, we love it.
All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. Come every week to prophesy the downfall of this sinful kingdom known as America, aka Babylon and Rome in the scriptures. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Father and to the Son and the Paleo Hebrew tongue. Ko, Alayim, La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Ha, Rakah, Quadash, Ma'amah. A double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, rule well and teach well. Double honor to our elder apostles as well. Harwan Ben Yasharallah down here in Lionz Den camp. And it's sincere the water to the Akim, the Aquatim and the Bunyam, the brothers, the sisters, and the children who are believing and pushing the truth and sincerity. Gonna get with the lesson.
All right, so you got a false narrative painted about our people, right? That we're the most violent people on the earth. Esau has a whole world thinking that we're the problem, and that's one of the greatest tricks that the devil has done: put darkness for light and light for darkness, right? But what exactly it's a part of the curses, but what it also is, it's an act of war against our people to convince the whole world to turn against us. Which really that's the whole world turning against the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, so he's convinced everybody that we the wicked root that roams the earth, but the scripture says otherwise.
Yes. Okay. All right. Especially them Khazars over there.
Yeah, Khan.
They pray against us day and night. They set policies against us, even ever since slavery. To try to portray us as the bad guys, to try to portray the northern tribe as savages. Right? Revelations 12:10, I heard a loud voice saying in the heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of Yahushai, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night.
Right. The accuser of our brethren is talking about Esau. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to understand who their true arch natural enemy is. You know, that's talking about the accuser of our brethren. Those are the ones. If you go, matter of fact, let's start at verse 1. Yeah. Revelation 12:1. Yeah, I might need your help on verse 16.
All right, I got you. All right, you said verse 1? Oh.
Yeah, verse 1.
Yeah. Revelation 12:1.
Young love.
And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet.
Right, and that's having knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in the laws. And who is that woman? That woman's talking about Israel. All right, not Mary. It's talking about Israel. Go ahead.
And upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
And that represents the 12 tribes of Israel. So this is what it's going into. Okay, go ahead.
And she being with child cried, travailing in birth.
Right. So now, crying, travailing in birth, meaning in pain, ready to give delivery to who? The Savior that's going to take away the pain of Israel. Go ahead.
And pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven.
Yeah, pain to be delivered from the Roman Empire.
John.
And just like we needed to be delivered from Egypt, when we needed to be delivered from Egypt, the Lord sent Yahushua in.
John.
Just like right now.
John.
Verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head.
Right, that's going into the Roman Empire. Where did the refashion of it start with? It's gonna go into talking about Herod the Great. They wanted to persecute all the firstborn of all the ones that were born of Israel around that time during the birth of Yahushua. Go ahead.
And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven.
That's talking about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Keep going.
And did cast them to the earth.
Uh-huh.
And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for it to devour her child as soon as it was born.
Right. So right when you're having delivery, what do you have? You have contractions, you have pain, delivery pains. All right. So that's what we were feeling. And as we were as Israel was about to give birth to the Messiah, what the dragon was waiting there to devour. And who was the one that wanted to devour? Anybody know where that's at? In Matthew's, where it talks about
And the third part was really a portion of Israel.
Con.
You had the northern tribes there too.
Con.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. And she brought forth a man child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron.
Con. So right there, let's get if anybody can find it, where Herod put out the decree
Oh,
to kill all the unalive all the young babies that were 2 years old and younger, males.
Will you bring it up?
Yeah.
In the book of Matthew, chapter 2, and I start at verse 7. Then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And
that Star of David is not that 6-point star that they be wearing that you see on the Israeli flag. No, the Star of David is talking about a chariot that led them to where the child was. Go ahead.
That verse 7, verse 8, and he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also.
All right. See, he didn't want to worship the child. He wanted to devour the child. Right? He was lying. He said the word was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Go ahead.
Yeah, they didn't want us to have a king.
Come.
They didn't want us to have any sovereignty.
Any type of leadership, any type of guidance at all. Go ahead.
Verse 9, when they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was.
See that? That was a chariot that guided them all the way to where Yahweh was. Go ahead.
When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy.
Not because we are in pain, ready to be delivered, and that was going to be our deliverance up out of this place, man. All right, not up out of this whole system that's set up all over the whole earth of unrighteousness that persecutes us daily. Go ahead.
Verse 11, and when they were coming to the house, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and fell down and worshipped him.
It's a little bit further down where it says, where Herod got upset, and then he put out the decree.
Oh, God, yeah, verse 13.
Uh-huh.
And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord Yahweh appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word.
Right, so he went into fleeing to Egypt. We still have people in Egypt, so he went into Egypt to hide out. Go ahead.
For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him.
Right, we just read that in Revelation 12. It said, "Wait," and the dragon was waiting for the young child to be born, so he may devour with. See that? Go ahead.
Says, when he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord Yahweh by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men.
Right. So if he was looking to worship him, why did he put out that decree to slew all the young children from 12 all the way young? See that? All right, that was the point. Let's get back to the Revelation 12.
Revelation 12 and 5. And she brought forth a man child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron.
Right. So now, and who was going to be under Israel, right? Ruling with Yahweh with a rod of iron. Somebody get Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. Because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to understand that they're the children of the scriptures, man. The father's name is Yahweh, son's name is Yahweh. We are the true Israelites of the Holy Bible.
It's Isaiah said 96. It's Isaiah 96. For unto us a child is born.
Unto who? Not unto the whole world, unto Israel and Israel alone. Go ahead.
Unto us a son is given,
Uh-huh.
and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Right. So he gonna lead from hill to hill, destroying all these hills. All right. And the ultimate hill, the ultimate government is gonna rest upon his shoulder. That's the tabernacle of David. Go ahead.
And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God,
Uh-huh.
the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
See that? The Prince of Peace. So we need peace. But there's not going to be any peace for Israel as long as the wicked are in rulership. You see that? All right. So that was our deliverer out of this system. That's what his name is. Yahweh Shah means he delivers. All right, go back to the Revelation. Oh no, yeah, oh, go ahead.
This is during the time of when we were in captivity in Egypt. This is Exodus chapter 1, verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph, and he said unto his people, Behold, the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come, let us deal wisely
And that's
with
what
them.
Esau knows that. That's why they do that. That's why there's such things called systematic and systemic racism. They built a system that's going to keep us oppressed. So even though we outnumber these individuals, and they call us minorities. See how that mind trick they play? But you know, he's outwitting us because he has the mind of our people torn from what actual reality is, creating this false narrative. Like, man, even Kanye said himself, if you think like a slave or you think that's all you've been is a slave, you're going to continue in that mindset. But what were we before we came into captivity? We were kings and priests. See that? So now we have to get back to that mindset in order to get out of that slave mentality. Go ahead.
I did not like it.
Verse 10, come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. And I brought this out to show the similarity of who's the king that we just read.
Herod.
Herod had the same spirit as Pharaoh, as to put hell upon our people.
Everybody and everybody has that same spirit to put hell upon our people. As a matter of fact, somebody get 1 Maccabees chapter 2, verse 10.
1 Maccabees chapter 2, verse 10. What nation had not had a part in the kingdom and gather of her spoils?
Keep going to verse 11.
Verse 11. All her ointments are taken away,
Right.
and a free woman, she is become a bond slave.
A bond slave, right? To this system, right? And what nation did not have? What is there a nation on this earth that did not have a part in that? No, every nation had a part of that. You see that? Let's go even further. Let's get Psalms 83 and 1 all the way to 7.
It's in Psalms chapter 83, verse 1.
He was already there. So
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
see that? The Lord ain't gonna be silent forever.
Right.
Matter of fact, hold that right there. Somebody get Psalms 10 and 1. Read the first line of that. Said, keep not thy silence, Lord. What else did it say?
This is Psalms chapter 10. Oh, nope. Someone else get it.
This is Psalms chapter 10, verse 1. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord?
See, these are prayers. Why these are prayers of individuals that are in captivity. These are prayers of individuals that are in pain. These are prayers of individuals that are being persecuted on all sides. See that? Go ahead.
Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
Shalom, brother. And let them be taken in the devices, meaning that they have imagined. All these systems and everything that they put together persecute the children of Israel, still calling us 3/5 of a man, right? They're going to be taken in their own same devices. How they're trying to create genocide on our people.
Right.
They're going to be taken in their own devices. All right, let's get back to the Psalms 83.
Really quick, but it's like going off of what DJ Nero has said about the people of Iran, how he wanted to do away with their civilization. They're doing it currently with our people right now.
We ain't got no civilization.
Right.
We got nothing.
And they're just grinding away at the minds and souls of our people right now.
Right.
Here's the proof right here. We don't have the civilization. This is
Gone.
This is Psalms 83:1. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lift up the head.
So they're showing their hatred towards the Most High by the way they deal with the children of Israel, how they persecute us. See that? That's why Yahweh Shai said, "Know if the world hated you, it hated me first." Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 26, verse 24. It says, he that hateth dissembleth with his lips and layeth up deceit within him. You know, and I was just bringing that out, you know what I'm saying? The enemy, he hateth and he dissembleth with his lips. So he caused confusion, he caused, turbulence within our people with all these different philosophies, man. You know what I'm saying? Keeping them dead and asleep, you know.
If you really hate somebody, all you have to do is allow them to live a lie when you know the truth.
Right.
That's showing pure hatred. Keeping someone from the truth. When you steal somebody's identity, right, and have them walk around as a peasant and you know that they're a king, they're God's chosen people, that shows pure hatred and jealousy. And the scriptures say, who can stand against envy? Nobody.
Hey.
You need divine intervention to get out of that.
Just like the Pharaoh said to his delegates, he's probably saying it to different politicians at the time. You know, they are mighty. Like, let's stop them before they get mightier than we are.
Right.
He was already saying, like, we're a mighty people. Like, let's stop them before they get too numerous and too mighty for us to control.
Or they start working together.
Right.
That's what they really fear, is coming together and working together. Go ahead.
Proverbs 27:4. Wrath is cruel, and anger is outrageous. But who is able to stand before envy?
Wrath is cruel and anger is outrageous, but who can stand before it? Don't Esau possess all three of those things?
Right.
Wow.
But it's the envious part that fuels him to utilize his wrath and his anger.
Yeah, because wrath can be for a moment, anger can be for a moment, but envy
is forever.
Gone.
It's forever. Hey,
that's what led Saul down the path that he went down.
Yeah.
Is his envy.
And that's why Esau hated us since the blessings.
Yeah.
He envied us since the blessings.
Right. You know, and that hatred came from the womb, and it still goes on now. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh no, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
My bad, he called it out like 3 times.
All right, my bad.
Just to go back to what you were just saying.
Go
You were just saying, out of Genesis chapter 27 and verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then I will slay my brother Jacob. And these words of Esau's elder son were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee.
I mean, that's comforting. It would be comforting to Esau to unalive Jacob. He would unalive Jacob and be like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, and that same spirit is in a lot of our people. A lot of the so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, that same spirit, and they get it from ultimately Esau himself, having that that desire to do wickedly.
No, they see how well Esau prospers by afflicting and hating us.
They envy the oppressor.
They envy the oppressor, and they're like, okay, is that what I got to do to be in his shoes, or to be in his upper echelon of status? And our people feel that way because they look at us as impoverished, and they don't want to be anything like that. They want to be more like Esau. So now they become jealous of. They carry that same jealousy that Esau had towards us, How you jealous over us? We ain't even got nothing on this side.
Yeah,
But it's within.
yeah,
the jealous side.
my bad. They basically hate us, and they taught our people to hate themselves.
Come on,
They taught our people self-hatred
come on.
instead of hating wickedness or hating their enemy.
Right. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 24. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua of hosts, O my people that dwelleth in Zion, be not afraid of the Assyrian. He shall smite thee with a rod and shall lift up his staff against thee after the manner of Egypt. For yet a very little while, and the indignation shall cease, and mine anger in their destruction. So like, because it all comes down to the Lord's wrath, and the Lord showed his wrath through his sword, all right, one being Esau, all right, and through these other nations, all right. And it says, verse 26, and the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua of hosts, shall stir up a scourge for him according to the slaughter of Midian at the rock of Oreb. And as his rod was upon the sea, so shall he lift it up after the manner of Egypt. And it shall come to pass in that day that his burden shall be taken away from off thy shoulder, and his yoke from off thy neck, and the yoke shall be destroyed because of the anointing. So it's
And the yoke. That and hell can
Man, I was having an interesting conversation with the elder apostle one day, right? And there's two routes that the Lord is following all the way to the end. You have that wicked route and the righteous route, right? So if you take it all the way back to the beginning, where the brother just read in Genesis 27 about how Esau was jealous towards Jacob because of his blessing. Let's go back to the beginning. How Cain was jealous of Abel because of the praise that the Most High, that Yahweh gave unto Abel. And he showed that jealousy right then and there. And what did he do? He slew his brother.
The serpent with Adam.
Gone.
You ain't gotta listen to him. Talk
Right.
to Mike.
Right.
He was
Lion.
He was envious of his wife too.
Huh.
He had a wife, there was family, you know.
Yeah, he had all that.
Yeah, right.
He had nothing.
Yeah. You could be wicked. You ain't gotta learn it like this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta hear it. You can indulge in it. That's why the scripture said the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduce him.
What did they teach you in America? They taught us in America free will, do what the hell you want.
Right. And they were all that's them breaking our bands asunder and casting them out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let them forget about their God and their creation and where they came from. Let them forget about their lot. Let them throw their blessing away.
When in Rome, do as the Romans.
And that's what they want us to do. They want to entice us to be like them. But the Lord, as he's chasing out that wicked root to destroy it off the face of the earth, he's also driving that righteousness down that path. They're both going to meet up at the end, and only one of them is going to survive. So he let that wicked root carry through Esau that came from Cain, and the righteousness that came from Abel unto Seth was carried through Israel. You see that? But being in the midst of darkness, that light is still going to be consumed around that darkness. So we have to continue on this path all the way to the end for everything to be exposed when all the lights come on. See that? So now, in order to keep everything the way they were, it had to be a war against the darkness against the light to suppress it. So everything's being set up by Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. So he rose these other nations up because he knows all these other nations are against him because they're against light. They want to deal with wickedness. All right. Where we at? Revelation. You had a precept.
No, I'm still on 83. Psalms 83.
Yeah, let's go there real quick.
Back at Psalms 83 and 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Just like craftiness. Craftiness, like the serpent was crafty. That's part of that crafty counsel, putting wickedness in our head, letting us believe it. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
So that was their whole scheme of things, right? So go ahead. Keep going.
It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Right. So, if they done that, the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. But in the scripture saying, in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. Right. So now they succeeded, but guess what? The Lord's gonna let their tongue fall upon them. The Lord let all that come into play. He allowed all that to happen to expose the wickedness. See that? Go ahead.
Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent.
Hey, anybody know where I think it's in Jeremiah. It says, "Come, let us break their bands asunder and cast their cords away."
Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Pretty much it. The tabernacles of Edom.
Why is that the first name? Why is that the first name in the list of individuals? He's the head honcho. He's the head honcho. It said an ambassador has risen up among the heathen. Come, let us go rise up against her and fight. So we're fighting. We've been warring against these devils since the beginning. Go ahead.
And the Ishmaelites of Moab. And the Hagarenes.
The Hagarenes are Hagar's children.
Yeah, that's part of Ishmael too. Huh?
Yep. Chief house of Ishmael.
Oh, they're gonna keep going.
Hagarenes, which is Hagar.
It says, verse 7, Gebal and Ammon.
What was the Edomite nation?
And Amalek.
Amalek, chief house of Esau.
All three of them. Gebal too.
The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Some Africans.
Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot.
Those Syrians, they the ones that helped Lot when they came against us during the time of Eglon. So they always been against us.
Yeah. And the Lord said he gonna make war against Amalek forever. Lord hate Amalek. Really, really hate Amalek.
They was all helping each other at different times against us.
Yep.
Amalek was the first one to go to war with us when we came out of Egypt. When we was, getting our legs up under us, still, coming to realization, coming to consciousness, they went to war with us.
Hey, man.
All right. That's enough on that. We got the pictures. So with that being said, right, all these nations have risen up against us to make war with the children of Israel, man. And the top dog, the top runner is Esau. Well, hey, I'll bring that out.
This is Psalms chapter 2 and verse 2. The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord. Yahweh
See that? No, you good. You good. We'll read it again.
Psalms 2 and 2. The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder, cast away their cords from us.
So they constantly trying to make us go separated from the Lord, constantly trying to make us go off.
They try to hide it too.
Try to hide it.
Try to hide our history, cast the cords from us. Let's try to hide it.
Hey, matter of fact, bring that out. Bring that out. And then after they do all that, this is what they say. Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. The shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we have feared not, because they have sinned against the Lord.
See that? See, they know that the Lord's going to judge us, right? If we transgress his law, statutes, and commandments.
That vocab alone.
Gone.
So they're casting our bands asunder, right? Throwing it behind them, hiding it like, oh, we ain't did nothing. They breaking your laws, Lord.
Yep.
See that? Go ahead, man. Read that one more time.
Jeremiah 50 and 7. All that found them have devoured them, and the adversaries said, we have feared not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
So now they understand that as long as we're in this transgressional state of mind, right, not honoring the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right, we're gonna forever be in this situation. But you got a higher power that created all things that thinks 20 million steps ahead of these individuals because he wrote the whole story, right? So now, according to the law, yeah, we should be in this condition until we're consumed all the way. But we have this individual named Yahushua, right, that came to take that curse away from us. So we won't be always in that state of mind. We'll be able to pull out of that state of mind, and we'll have a way to be back in our righteous state. See that? And that's what they feared. That's why Herod did what he did. He didn't want us to have a leader. He didn't want us anybody to lead us back to our righteous state of mind. Same thing to this day. All right? To this day. All right, let's get back to Revelation.
Yeah, it's the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So the Lord have indignation for them, just like the brother was going into Amalek being one of the tribes of Esau, of Edom, all right, who he's going to have indignation with from generation to generation, all right? They're the son of perdition. They're the true son of perdition pertaining to the nations. As the Lord is coming to judge all nations, that's the nation that is going to be the culprit to the madness, all right, that the Lord used for his sword, man, for his left-hand side.
Right. So what Esau thought he could do is he can remove us out of our righteous state and put himself there in replacement of that, right? And not knowing that when the Lord showed up, they're like, what you doing sitting in my son's seat? You feel what I'm saying? So matter of fact, let's get it. Let's get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, start at verse 1.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind.
Because that's what the devil is attacking our mind. He's attacking our mindset, trying to use the tactic of fear, right, to get us to move in perverse in perverse ways, get us to move in haste. Not allowing us to sit still in the Lord. 2/3 of our people are going to fall victim to that. All right? Only having faith in whatever Esau throws in their face. Go ahead.
Be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that day, Salakia, of Yahushua Mashiach is at hand.
And it is at hand as we speak. We see the Lord moving furniture around, man. Pretty soon he's going to start moving the heavy stuff. Go ahead.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
He wanted us to totally forget everything, right? That's showing his power. To be able to put us in that docile state of mind that we don't know nothing about ourselves and bring us back into full remembrance. That's divine intervention. You see that? And the Lord doing that, showing his power by doing that.
And that man of sin be revealed.
See, and that's going to expose that man of sin.
The son of perdition.
And who is the son of perdition? That's what he was just talking about, Esau. Go ahead.
Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
Right. So that's why you have an image of the Messiah looking like a so-called Caucasian person. Right? Because he wants to sit himself in that seat. Go ahead.
Or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God.
See that?
Showing himself that he is God.
See that? So he removed the children of the Most High and placed himself there. And now all of a sudden, the whole world is worthy of sitting in that place. All you have to do is believe. Believe in what? Believe in a lie. No matter how much you believe a lie, it would never become the truth. Go ahead.
Remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Right. So now what you think they doing right now? We've been prophesying, right, about all these things that are going to come to pass. Now they're going to try to like, all right, what did the soothsayers and magicians and magi's of Egypt do? Whenever Moses would do something, right, they would follow behind and try to do a trick.
Left-hand side.
Right. So now what are they doing right now? They're trying to push the hands of prophecy, what we've been speaking about all these years. You see that? Oh, now you're going to bring the Messiah back. We've been talking about it for years and years and years. Oh, now you're going to take it upon yourself to bring the Messiah back. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
So he's been working from the beginning. If you want to really dig deep into it, he's been working since the time of Genesis, since creation. Go ahead.
Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
So the Lord let that root come all the way down and followed it all the way down to where we are right now, right? And is exposing it for what it is, right? And is stopping them before they're able to make their plans come into fruition. Go ahead.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth,
Boom.
and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right. So he's being consumed with the spirit of his mouth. What is the mouth? What is the mouth of the Lord? The prophets. So now all these lies that they've been putting in the earth are being exposed now. But that's only a fraction of what's going to happen, because when the Lord shows up with the brightness of the coming, when Yahweh Shai shows up, when the day star appears over the horizon, right? When the Son of Man shows up, everything's going to be revealed, including the sons of God. All right, go ahead.
Verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan,
And which means adversary. So this is a war going on, man.
with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness,
All the deceivableness and unrighteousness. So everything he does is a lie. And it is unrighteous. Go ahead.
and them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth.
And 2/3 of our people fall into that category. Those are casualties of war.
That they might be saved.
Right. So now they're not going to be preserved, right? Because they chose to follow after the ways of the devil. All right. Let's get it. That's good on that. Let's get back to this Revelation.
Revelations 12:5. And she brought forth a man-child.
Right. So understand this is a war going on, right? And what is the devil trying to do? They're trying to devour righteousness. They're trying to completely put darkness all over the face of the earth, like dark type shit. See that? That's what they want right there. Go ahead.
Who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron.
Con.
And her child was caught unto Yahweh, into his throne.
Con. So now you have Yahweh Shai sitting on the right hand side of the Father, waiting to come back and restore and put order on the earth. Go ahead.
And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had place prepared of Yahweh.
So everything is being preserved for the end times, man. So the Lord had a place in the wilderness for us, and then we were preserved until we were brought over here to America. You see that? You can skip the what verse is that? See
That place is America.
Con.
He took it through Africa and all different ways just to plus that's up here in America. And that's when you get Revelation 11.
Con.
Yep, and also 2nd Ezra 13, where it says the Arsaris. Arsaris just means another place. So this is that place.
Con. Go ahead.
Revelation 12:6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared of Yahweh, that they should feed her there 1,260 days.
Con.
Right, just means a small season, short time.
And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought his angels.
Right. So as you understand, that is a war going on. And there's going to be an actual war in heaven when Yahweh Shai and the holy angels show up.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to do calculate 3.5, 4 years, 350 years, that. This is a short season.
Con. Con. Now, if you want to be precise, now.
Yeah.
Con.
Verse 8. And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
All right. So now you got to understand. That the book of Revelation jumps around time periods, right?
Jump forward too.
Yeah.
You hit it racing through time.
Right.
I'm about to say right there, it was just talking about the birth of Yahweh Shai, and then it went into the downfall. Right.
Now it's gonna go back.
70 AD.
Right. See that?
And then that goes into what the precepts of men. They think that already happened. It was a story that happened. Well, not a story, but it's something that happened in the past, but that's about to happen soon.
Right. So that right there goes into 2nd Ezra 13. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
Right. So that's where the Christian church get that whole bull crap about yeah, all that. But that's false.
Satan's still ruling right now in our face. Like,
right. Which it just means adversary, man.
Gone.
So now that's talking about the downfall of this wicked kingdom. Now watch how it transitions back into the present time. Go ahead.
which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation.
All right, now hold on. He was cast out and his angels were cast out with him. Somebody get Isaiah 14:9.
It's Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 9. It said, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth.
Right. So that's him being cast down to hell, falling from his high stature, hitting rock bottom. You see that? And that's everything that this devil is doing right now. The Lord is setting them up for the okie doke. Setting them up for the okie doke. Keep going.
It says it have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? It says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the words cover thee.
This place is going to start being devoured, man, and decay. Keep going.
So it says, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven,
Right.
O Lucifer?
See that? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Right? Which did is weaken the nation. How did it weaken the nation? Deceive those nations. Right? That's what we just read about in Revelation chapter 12. Now let's go back to Revelation chapter 12.
Revelations 12:9. And that great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, and called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Right. So the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to understand what this is really talking about, right? There was not no war in heaven and Satan was Lucifer was upset with God and jealous and everything, thought he should be superior over everything, and then the Lord right, all that kind of stuff. No, what happened was you had an whose coming is after the working of Satan, right? You have a certain group of individuals that were placed upon this earth that were going to rise up, right, out of the ashes, and be cast back down to the earth by the strong arm of the Lord. All right, go ahead.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power.
Right, and so, but until then, we don't have no strength. We gotta wait. We have no strength in this kingdom, man. Our strength is in these scriptures, right? Our strength is in these prophecies. Our strength is really in faith. Go ahead.
Esau's strength is a sword.
His strength is a sword.
Yeah, what? Peace through strength.
Peace to strength, man. See that?
We show our strength to the beat.
Right. Our strength is in meekness. So now, if you sitting, you can be the toughest dude in the world. You in the room with everybody. You can know you can fade everybody. But that one individual come in there with a big gun and sit down, put that gun on the table. How much talking you gonna do? Right? The whole world is silent because he was giving us a great sword. The whole earth is in silence before him, because can't nobody do nothing because he got the big gun. But that was the blessing given unto him. See that? Go ahead.
Yeah, but now the Lord put the gun in the rabbit head.
It ain't fun when the rabbit got gun.
And the rabbit is Iran. And
Hey, what remember the Bugs Bunny cartoon? He'll pull out a gun, and the other one pull out a bigger gun.
pull out 5
Yeah. That's what Iran done did.
Yeah.
He's like, whoa, wait a minute. Let's talk this out for 2 weeks. Like, see that? All right, go ahead.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is salvation. Now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
The accuser of our brother is cast down, man. Go ahead.
Which accused them before our power day and night.
We got 2 of them now. Damn. Go ahead.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony.
See that? We were able, because guess what? First, they cut our bands asunder and cast them aside, right? And had us transgressing against Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. But how did we overcome? Did we overcome with this? No. Read that part again.
Revelation 12:11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
See that? We overcame Esau. We overcame the system. We overcame sin by the blood of Yahushua, man. Go ahead.
And by the word of their testimony.
And which gave us the opportunity to be cleansed and become prophets and priests unto the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Go ahead.
And they loved not their lives unto death.
See that? And that's when we cut off the life of the flesh, meaning took our minds out of this place, right? And didn't care about nothing but doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Go ahead.
Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
So now we become citizens and heirs to the throne. All right. So our citizenship is in heaven. So we're rejoicing. But everybody that got their mind stuck in this place right here, go ahead.
And really, right there, he's saying, rejoice, the angels that are in heaven, the elect that are in the heavens, and the elect that are upon the earth. We should all be rejoicing right now. Right.
Go ahead.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
So that's that same vengeance, wrath, jealousy that he was putting on the children of Israel. Now he's gonna turn that to everybody.
Destroying the earth and the sea.
Destroying the earth and the sea, everything.
Enlarging their desires as hell, all the way out to the ocean, bringing war.
Man,
we gonna have to clean all this up. Okay?
Right. I was watching Joe Rogan, and he used to have a diet that was heavy in sardines, right? He started getting sick, and he couldn't wonder why, because sardines are supposed to be real heavy. But in certain places, because the ocean floor is so dirty, in certain places where they were getting the sardines, they had a higher level of mercury and a higher level of bacteria than mostly anything else because of the pollution that's in the ocean. So it all depends on where, you get, where the source is, where you're getting the sardines from. All right. I said that to say this. This devil just destroyed everything. Can you imagine the amount of debris that's out there in space?
Yeah.
They say space looks like a small landfill, but nothing but trash out there orbiting in space. That's all he does. It just destroy the whole earth. Go ahead. And outside the earth.
Yeah, and what was that? At the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they had the nuclear missiles now. It was a straight radiation, man. Revelations and Revelation 6 tells you that they only created these weapons to bring nothing but death, man. All right. They said what happened in Lebanon the other day. They said Israel rained death down on Lebanon. It's like, all right, cool. Our people, they say, what did you do this week? Play basketball? Yeah. You wrote a song, made something.
Right.
They was like, yeah, we just destroyed the whole area, neighborhood.
Hell.
Yeah, so what you think about that? Revelation 8 and 11. And the name of the star is called wormwood because of its toxicity. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they became bitter, toxic. That's why the Lord said He's going to destroy them that destroy the earth through their greed. Through their greed, they wanted what? Enlarge their desires as hell, bringing hell on the earth. So everything's suffering, even the trees and the animals too.
You sound like everybody can get it. It don't matter.
Yep.
No respect to persons when it comes to their agenda, man.
Yeah, messing up the ecosystem.
Right. Tearing it up, man. Go ahead.
Revelation 12 and 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast to the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child.
And now what does that mean? Once he sees his stuff crumbling, right? He's gonna put even more hell on Jacob.
Damn, when we hit the bottom, they the bottom feeders. We mess up at the bottom.
Since I'm down here, I might as well eat y'all. You see that? You see that? So now, once he sees his stuff start to fall, he's gonna put more hell on our people, man. Man, I saw an article the other day. Is really basically to sum up the article, it was saying that in order for them to push their agenda and continue with what the outcome that they're trying to continue with this war, they're gonna have to cut things like Social Security and Medicaid. They're gonna have to cut all these social services to be able to fund this war that they're fighting. See that? Allegedly.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh man, we on the highways. No, I'm just playing.
You're right though. You're right. But we literally witnessed a new world order. New world order just come into effect last week.
Yeah.
Iran is the new global Middle East power now, controlling 20% of the world's oil and resources, and also fertilizer.
Yeah, and the fertilizer is the real big key because these farmers got only like a couple of more months to really get these crops started growing for harvest time. If they don't get it, if they don't get that nitrogen pretty soon, you're gonna by November, December, you're gonna see a great famine here in America.
Yeah. Now remember their whole agenda, new world order.
Yeah.
We just witnessed it happen, and now we're gonna see the change happen. The results of it.
Go ahead.
More pressure.
Go ahead.
Revelation 12 and 14. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might flee into the wilderness.
Right. So that's how we flew over to America. Go ahead.
Into her place where she is nourished for a time.
Right. So that's why we get the little benefits and stuff over here. We're not going. We're going through hell. We're going through it. But the Lord created a little sanctuary to preserve us. That's why we're what was it? Revelation 9, where it talks about World War I. It said basically don't hurt them. You know what I'm saying? The lineage of the elect have been preserved all the way through these times, so we could be here prophesying these times to get our reward. So the Lord, you know what I'm saying, created this place over here for us to be preserved and to be delivered out of.
2 Corinthians 4:17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
Right. So, and that's the kingdom, man.
Yeah.
That's our reward for our light affliction that we go through right now. So, no pain, no gain.
That's right. Well, we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, the kingdom.
Yeah.
For the things which are seen are temporal, are hell.
Yeah.
But the things which are not seen are eternal, man.
Man, listen.
So that means we already in part. We are already within that eternal.
Yeah.
Eternity. We're already operating within that. It's just Esau got to get moved out of the way.
That's it. That's the only thing that needs to
We're
happen.
already here. This is eternity right here. Time gonna keep going.
It's not gonna stop.
It's just he gotta make us a part of it by giving us everlasting bodies. But eternity is already in place. That's what it's called, eternity.
Yeah, so it's like you know how you buy a new car and they have a recall on that car because there's one thing that's wrong with it, and you take it to the shop and they fix it for free. Yeah, the Lord got a recall on these bodies, right? And He's gonna condition them to where they're not gonna go off anymore.
Yeah, eternity is basically just time on the earth.
Precept. So, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 5. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering.
So that's the purging process. Like that light affliction, what this light affliction is doing to us, it's really preserving us to be able to accept and reap the reward that we're going to get in the end. That's why 2/3 of our people can't get that reward, because they're not willing to go through the straits, to be conditioned to be able to receive that reward, because they're going to still have that same Babylonian. You will see missiles flying all over the place. These people are still going to try to figure out ways to try to keep this place going. Even though wickedness is being exposed, they can see it in their face, but they still don't want to believe about it, or believe, because the only thing they have faith in is this system being still here in place.
Yeah, they believe in the city.
Yeah, that's it. They cannot see a world without Esau running it. They can't fathom it. Wow. Especially because of the state of mind they see our people in, they feel like, oh, we'll mess it up even worse. Nah, I don't think anybody can do it worse than he did. And that's just what he was made for, to destroy everything. All right, even destroy the minds of our people to make us think destructively. Go ahead. And self-destruct. Go ahead.
Revelation 12 and 14. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and half a time from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood, as the woman. After the woman.
When the enemies come, this time when he come out as a flood, right? The Lord gonna lift up a standard against him. Go ahead.
That he may cause her to be carried away of the flood.
Mhm.
And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Con.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh.
And that's what that's 17.
Con.
And that go back to what you just read. When Yahushua went to Egypt, we went to Egypt because we have people there.
Con.
So the same thing here again. He said, what it say right there?
Where the earth helped the people.
The earth helped the woman.
Yeah.
We have places to hide at. That's the only reason we standing here today. But they try to cut off. They try to commit genocide back then. Look what they did to God. They wanted to cut off our bloodline, man, but they couldn't. We still here to this day, even after slavery. Empire.
Con. Lord made a way to preserve.
He been keeping that line in the earth, like he promised King David.
Like that's why specific individuals were picked, like Eber, Ibar, to carry that language, right? Which the language carries his name. See that? Like you have Aramaic and you have Greek and you have all these other languages, but Eber was to be able to keep that same holy language, right? Which was passed on all throughout generation to end up in Jacob. We still kept that language and that language preserves his name on the earth. See that? That true Paleo-Hebrew language that was written on the walls of Hezekiah. So we'll be able to call upon that particular name for us to be able to have salvation. You see it? All right. So let's get into some more stuff. Go ahead.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, and verse 4. Behold, ye fast and strife and behold, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness.
Mhm.
Ye shall not fast as ye do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high. Is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Wilt thou call this a fast, an acceptable day of the Lord? Because people will look at us and the work that we do and say, okay, this is it's not profitable. All right. But the yoke of the Lord is going to yield more profitable substance than the yoke that this world go put upon you.
Just because you can't see, the outcome of what we're doing, just like you can't physically see the outcome of that fast. What would you call say this fast is for? What's up, bro? Right? They say the things that we're doing isn't worth the hill of beans. You know?
Just like they Ramadan, all right, not because y'all, but like the Aramaic, those who speak kind of still in that region of tongue, all right, Ishmael, Elam, they celebrated that their fast, and everybody knew they fast, as the scriptures tell you that you're not even supposed to state that you're fasting if you understand the true way of the Lord,
And even more so, what the scriptures say, don't go around with your face sad.
Your continence,
God.
praying in the public,
And they be doing that. That's
those they overcompensate,
gone.
they're not the people.
Yeah. They want to get their praise from men. They want to, oh man, he must be a righteous person. He's doing all this fasting, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But nah, we get our reward from the Lord. You have something? Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 63, verse 9 and 10. But those that seek my soul to destroy it shall go into the lower parts of the earth. Verse 10. They shall fall by the sword. They shall be portions for the foxes. They're already destroying, they are destroying the air, right? Polluting the air, the water, the land, the food, the clothes, the money. They look for every way to find to destroy us, even though they destroy their own kind, which, by the way, that's their business. But they always keep trying, not realizing that they're being set up by Yahweh Shai, and he's going to destroy them.
All right. Let's get Isaiah 29 and 1.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 1. Woe to Ariel, the city where David dwelt.
All right, that's like a poetic way of saying like Jerusalem or Israel or Judah.
Yeah,
Or Lion.
yeah.
Yeah.
Says, add ye year to year, let them kill sacrifices. Yet will I distress Ariel, and there shall be heaviness and sorrow, and it shall be unto me as Ariel.
Huh.
And I will.
So the Lord called for this persecution to come to us, right? You know, so we were worthy of it. But the Lord, you know, even though he sent the heathen among us, or sent the heathen on it, he's using Esau as his whooping stick. You see that? That doesn't mean that Esau is going to go unpunished, because the Lord used him to punish us. He's not going to go unpunished. Go ahead.
Oh, read that real quick. Interjection. Psalms 10 and 11. He saith in his heart, Yahweh have forgotten. He hideth his face. Who will ever see it? Arise, O Yahweh, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble.
And that's exactly what's gonna happen. He feel like because he's been able to do this, and judgment hasn't come speedily, that the Lord has forgotten about his people. The Lord has not forgotten his people. Right? The Lord, the Lord, you know how your parents say, I didn't had it up to here. That's what the Lord's waiting for him to get to that point.
He's searching out all the wickedness, so he ain't got to go back and backtrack.
No.
Once the Lord clean up the earth this time, ain't gonna be no going back on it. You know, he's not gonna have to come back or double back.
Right.
I left some wickedness over here. He's gonna get all wickedness out of the earth, and he's gonna use us to replenish it after Esau put down. Real quick, last one. Psalms 10 and 15. Break thou the arm of the wicked. See, the Lord, we're witnessing the Lord breaking their might right now. And the evil man, Edom, Idumea. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. So you're gonna search out every grain of wickedness, following that line.
Right, following that line all the way to the end, man.
To the end.
All the way to the end.
Yep.
Right? And preserving the righteous line all the way to the end through Yahushua.
Yep.
Come on, man. Go ahead. Yep. You got it.
Isaiah chapter 29, verse 3.
Oh no. Bring your piece out, Bible. That's my piece.
Ezekiel 28 and 26, 25. Thus saith Yahweh, when I shall have gathered the house of Israel from the people among whom they are scattered, and shall be sanctified in them in the sight of the heathen, then shall they dwell in their land that I have given to my servant Jacob, and they shall dwell safely therein, and shall build houses and plant vineyards. Yea, they shall dwell with confidence when I have executed judgment upon all those that despise them round about them, and they shall know that I am Yahweh, their power. And what all comes to the same way the Lord has scattered us, he's gathering us. It don't matter what these other nations got going on, where they think they bringing to pass new world order, the Messiah's return. It don't matter about the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Right. And when he's gathering us through the Spirit now. And he's gonna return us in his land, not through no whatever that was in 1948. It's gonna be the Lord's will coming to fruition through New Jerusalem being established here on earth.
All right.
This is Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 3. And I will camp against thee round about, and I will lay siege against thee with the mount, and I will raise forts against thee.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt.
Right, because if you think about it, if you go back to Isaiah chapter 5, right? Matter of fact, he said I will lay siege around thee round about. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 5, verse 1. Because there's a reason why we're doing all this, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 1. Now I will sing to my well-beloved a song. Oh, Slacky. Now I will sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved touching his vineyard. My well-beloved have a vineyard in a very fruitful hill.
Right now, well-beloved talking about Yahweh. Has a vineyard in a very fruitful hill. Go ahead.
And he fenced it and gathered out the stones thereof and planted it with the choicest vine.
Right. Now, but that choice vine that was planted there was the children of Israel. Right? So this is him trying to make a righteous nation on earth. Right? Go ahead.
And built a tower in the midst of it.
Uh-huh.
And also made a wine press therein.
All right. So he built a tower. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. A tower to go to for safety. The wine press for judgment.
The law, statutes, commandments.
Right. The law, statutes, commandments. Go ahead.
And he looked that it should bring forth grapes And it brought forth wild grapes.
And it brought forth wild grapes, right? Matter of fact, somebody get hold it right there. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 21. Brought
This-
forth wild grapes.
This is Jeremiah to the 2, verse 21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine,
In that vineyard planted thee a noble vine. Go ahead.
wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
How did you turn into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto the Lord, man? Why the hell he planted us to be righteous and he brought forth sour grapes, poisonous grapes, man? That's our people. That's our people going astray from the law, statutes, and commandments. And guess who? Esau in hot pursuit. Keep going to Isaiah chapter 5.
This is back at Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem and men of Judah, judge, I pray you. What is that? BS? Betwixt? Yeah, that's it. Me in my vineyard. What could have been done more of my vineyard that I have not done?
Right.
I mean, but that I've not done in it's lucky.
Right. So the Lord did everything in the vineyard, but there was wickedness. There was wickedness. Remember, like
A wicked root within his garden.
remember how it said in Matthew's where they planted some seeds out there, and the wheat and the tares, when the wheat and the tares grew up with it, and he said the enemy have done this. Go ahead.
Matthew 15 and 13. But he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father have not planted shall be rooted up.
See that?
The enemy did it.
Enemy did it. The enemy did it. So now, what we kind of being used as bait, and the enemy, the wicked, running trying to devour us, got us in hot pursuit, but don't even see the Lord right behind him. I'm talking about on his neck. He can't even. He's so focused on trying to consume us, he can't even see what's behind him. You see that? Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Isaiah 5 and start back at 4. Where I was at?
Yeah.
This is Isaiah. I'm gonna start at 4. Isaiah 5 and 4. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it?
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought forth wild grapes.
Uh-huh.
And now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard.
Uh-huh.
I will take away the hedge thereof,
Uh-huh.
and it shall be eaten up and broken down. Sloppy.
That hedge is that protects
And break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down.
Right. Now check this out. Check this out. What did Satan say to Yahweh concerning Job? The only reason why he worshipped you is because there's a hedge around him, protection around him, because you found favor in him and you protection around him. Take away that hedge and let me touch him. I bet you he'll curse thee. See that? So the Lord did that unto Israel, but he left a remnant that was going to continue to worship the name of Yahweh Shema Shai all the way to these times. Go ahead.
And I will lay it waste. It shall not be pruned nor digged, but there shall come up briars and thorns.
Uh-huh.
I will also command the clouds.
That's the persecution coming towards us for not staying in that tower. Go ahead.
I will also command the clouds that they rain no rain upon it.
See that?
For the vineyard of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai of hosts is the house of Israel.
Uh-huh.
And the men of Judah, his pleasant plant.
Come.
And he looked for judgment, but behold, oppression for righteousness, but beheld a cry.
Yeah. And so now we're seeing what that cry is, us crying out.
Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, and that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth.
Come on, man. All right, so that was the point. Getting into the reason why we're in this position that we're in right now. Right? So now the Lord took away that hedge, it gave these nations the opportunity to persecute us. Just like in the book of Job. But like he said, he's going to leave a remnant that's going to forever worship the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. Let's go back to this, where was that before that? Revelations? No,
Yeah, and you're talking about how they're manipulating us.
yes, con. Manipulating us, causing us. Man, oh, dude, we might have to go to Ezekiel chapter 16 too. No,
Isaiah
oh no,
29.
we at Isaiah 29.
Yeah, Isaiah 29. This is Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 4. And thou shalt be brought down, and shalt speak out of the ground, and thy speech shall be low out of the dust, and thy voice shall be as of one that hath a familiar spirit out of the ground,
Man.
and thy speech shall whisper out of the dust. Moreover, the multitude.
That's us dying away as a people in the congregation of the dead, in straight confusion, not knowing behind from our elbow. Go ahead.
Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust, and the multitude of the terrible ones shall be as chaff that passeth away. Yea, it shall be at an instant suddenly.
Right. And that's what's going to happen to these other nations for persecuting us, man. And it's going to happen suddenly, man. Keep going.
Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise.
These are for anybody that steps up against the Lord's people, man.
With storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
See that? Flame of what verse you on?
Verse 6.
Okay. Go to verse 7.
Verse 7. And the multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her munition, and that distress her, shall be as a dream of a night vision.
See how quick that went from us, him talking about us transgressing against him, instantly went into what he's gonna do to these other nations. You see that? Instantly. It had nothing. Yeah, they're using them as a punishment, but still he hasn't forgotten us about his people. He still had no love lost for us. He still loves us as he loved us from the beginning. He was a little upset. He was upset and he showed his anger, but wait till he shows his anger on these other nations, though.
He's punishing us because he loves us.
Right. So let's get Deuteronomy 4 and 33. I don't know what that is.
It should be a goodie.
Zechariah 2 and 8.
Say 4 and what?
4 and 33.
Did ever? Okay, you want to get it?
Yeah.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 33. Did ever people hear the voice of Yahweh speaking out of the midst of the fire, as thou hast heard and live?
Right. I don't know why I had that, but that was him talking to Moses at the time. All right, go ahead.
Jeremiah 3 and 7. And I said, after she, let's go to 6. Yahweh also said unto me, in the days of Josiah the king, hast thou seen that which backsliding Israel have done? She is gone up upon every mountain and under every green tree.
And that's us being enticed by the wicked, man.
Yep. Every green tree, meaning like wherever a nation is flourishing, our people try to be just like them.
Yeah.
And go to them with their hand out.
Yeah.
A green tree represents a flourishing tree. So they try to hide up under it for shade, just like Adam did. That's what the scriptures talk about. Adam tried to hide amongst the trees. Right? It says here, and I said, after she had done all these things, turn thou unto me, but she returned not. And her treacherous sister Judah saw it.
Right. So that's why the Lord went after the northern kingdom first.
Yep.
Right. What main one was Ephraim?
Ephraim. I was about to say Ephraim.
Yeah. What was his name? This is 2nd Ezra 13. I forgot his name, man. No, the king of Ephraim.
Jehoiakim?
Nope. It's in 2nd Ezra 13.
Rehoboam?
No, he said these were brought up by Solomon after the king at the time was king. I can't remember his name. Hosea. Yeah, they took him down 720 BC. The northern kingdom, and our people saw the southern kingdom saw that happen, and they still didn't show fear to the Lord.
Still did not. You see what her precious sister Judah did after that? You think that you still gonna follow my.
They went over to Assyria. Then later, like 300 AD, they came over here. Yep. Right. So they went to many places because even after our people were kicked out of the Northern Kingdom, a lot of them were brought back during the time of Cyrus the Great. So they came over to America way later.
Yeah.
All right. And a lot of them was in the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
So now Jeremiah 3 and 8.
That goes into what you were talking about, like third parts through down that Northern Kingdom would mingle off in there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. And I saw when for all, this is the point. He merciful, you know. He's the ones that turn back to him. And I saw when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce, yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also. And it came to pass, and Esau ain't had to teach us that. You know, our people just had it within us. The Lord is purging that out of us by filtering out the 2/3, you know. And it came to pass through all the lightness of her whoredom that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and with stocks. And yet for all this, her treacherous, yeah, you good. All this, her treacherous sister Judah had not turned unto me with Ariel, with her whole heart, but faintly said Yahweh, like kind of faking with it, you know, like you know, they kind of believe, but don't. They serve the Lord, but try to do it their own way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back then they called themselves, they're calling the name Yahweh, but they would do on the altar they would have a statue of Saturn, and that's what the Lord was trying to show Jeremiah. That star of Remphan. They had all of that, and he was like, "Yo, they call him." He said they should no longer call him by Ali, calling him by all these idol names and serving him through idol ways. All right, so the Lord like, yeah, they kind of did it.
Yeah, or they'll serve the Lord the right way and call the wrong name.
Yeah.
Type stuff.
Yeah, or just enough to get blessed and then turn against him.
Yeah.
He said our people wax fat and kick. And Yahweh said unto me, the backsliding Israel have justified herself more than treacherous Judah, meaning like, yo, the Lord was like, what they did wasn't too bad. So I could deal with y'all again, but Judah, I'm on your ass. All right. It says, go proclaim these words towards the north. This is your point. And say, return thou backsliding Israel, saith Yahweh, and I will not cause mine anger to fall upon you. For I am merciful, saith Yahweh, and I will not keep my anger forever.
Right. So because he loves us, man.
He loves us, man.
He loves us, man. He like, I'm gonna beat your ass though. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yep.
And that's one thing I used to hate that my dad used to do. I'm talking about, had me a strong BTA, and then make me give him a hug afterwards and tell me how much he loved me.
Yeah, the nations don't want that. The nations, they like, nah, let's cast it.
Yeah, all belt, no love.
Yeah,
That's what they want.
cast their chorus from us and all that.
All right.
I'm with you though. My pops was the same way though.
Yeah, man. But you know what? I carried that over to my kids myself.
Me too.
I dragged them behind. They like, dude, Dad, you something wrong with you. How can you just turn it off and turn it on just like that?
Because I gotta explain to you why. You know, I gotta punish you to get your mind right. But then I'm gonna break it down.
Really?
Like, yeah, I'm gonna break it down to him.
They come to me later, but I'm gonna get your ass again later. All right.
I'm gone.
For nothing?
For nothing, I'm gonna get you again later. Like, damn.
I'll go. Just call me out when you're ready. I'll go get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but within that, the children tend to listen, man, when they're in pain.
Yeah.
You know, once you get that BTA, you know, you at that point you sitting down. You pay attention now. You focus. You listen to what I'm telling you, and that's what Yahweh Shai had to do to us, man.
Reflecting.
Right.
Hey, yeah, and it's humbling too, because like when you're a kid being bad as hell, you don't think nothing finna happen. But the moment it does, you went to like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have did that. Wish I wouldn't have did that. All right, let's get back to where we was at. Isaiah 29. Isaiah 29.
Yeah, man.
Whoever had it, somebody grab it up.
Isaiah 29.
As a matter of fact, wait a minute. Let's get Joel 3:1. No, Zechariah 2 and 8. Somebody bring that out.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 2 and verse 8. For thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that touches you touches the apple of his eye.
See that? So the Lord loves us, man. So it don't matter. Even though he sent these nations out to get us for our transgression. It was just a form of punishment. But the aftermath, when he showed the whole world that he showed the they think these other nations think that he showed the whole world that he hated us. No, he showed the whole world that he's upset, that he was upset. Well, wait till he showed the whole world how much he loves us, man. And part of that punishment, it was showing forth of the love. All right, bring it out real quick.
Yeah, I get it.
Come on.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, and verse 6.
Start at 4.
Start at 4.
Yeah.
All right, this is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 4. O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing to Yahweh are made known unto us.
And unto us only. So we're the only ones that knows what's pleasing to the Most High. We're the only ones that can please the Most High. We're the only nation on this earth that the Most High could be happy with, man. You see that? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to understand that they're the children of Israel. The Most High Yahweh, who's the Father's name, they ignorantly called Jehovah, and his son, Yahweh Shai, who they ignorantly called Jesus, the chosen people. All right? We need to know that. This place is going to be destroyed. Go ahead.
Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved Yahweh to wrath.
Man, listen. You see all these other nations that walk by, they living a good life. Got expensive strollers and stuff, you know. Living a good life, smiling at us, you know. They think they have it in good case. Well, wait till the tables turn and the Lord shows the whole world how much he really loves us, man. Go ahead. And how he really feels about them.
Ye were
No, go ahead.
Ye were delivered unto the enemy, for ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not unto Yahweh.
See that? That's the same thing that the elder brought out a few minutes ago, man. All right?
Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nourished you. All right, let me just finish this.
All right. Yeah, you said you had the other one?
Oh, yeah, I got the other one too. All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, and verse 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduce them.
Yeah. Where the wicked seduce them? We started falling behind, like under every green tree. Every nation that flourished, we went, ooh, let us go do this. Same thing right now. Esau flourishing, America flourishing. Our people are trying to fit in. 2/3 of our people are trying to fit in with this. But it's going to lead them to ultimately to their destruction, man. Any precepts?
Precepts.
Go ahead.
Romans 1 and 28. And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which is not convenient. Now let's get to verse 32. Who, knowing the judgment of Yahweh, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So our people don't want to keep the knowledge of Yahweh by Shema shine their mind. Oh, they rather have some form of Christianity, some worldly religion, some vain philosophy that they cleave onto and lay hold to because it's comforting to the flesh that they're in, but it's not leading them down the path of righteousness. It's ultimately because the Lord gave them over to that reprobate mind, because they rejected the Lord from the beginning. And they know the wages of sin to be death to some extent. But not only do they continue on their walk, they glorify these people who exalt these lifestyles, your NBA young boys, all these murder, kill, drill rappers. They exalt these people that stole them to the heavens. But they look at the men of the Lord on the highways and byways, preaching the truth and sincerity as the scum of the earth. They don't want to hear what we're talking about. They walk by like they ain't hearing it. But if Boosie was out here doing a music video, everybody stopping and tapping in with what's going on with this world.
Not even that. Let TD Jakes be out here talking about something. Right? It ain't always just about like the fattest stuff, but what people find security in this system, like these churches and stuff like that. They fall victim to that deceit also. You see what I'm saying? And it's all set up by these individuals right there. That set up these individuals as our guidance and our leader. All right. These individuals have all the hands on these individuals, which lead our people down the path of wickedness, man. They're controlling the strings, man. All right. They say let them cut their bands asunder and string them up with these. You see that? All right. Let's get Psalms 17 and 13 all the way to 16.
Book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
See that?
From men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly you fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes.
Right.
As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness.
See that? He's bringing us up out of dust, bringing us out of the form of sleep that we were in, right to the likeness of his dear son, man. Because that's what he wants to see, the likeness of Yahushua. If you don't have the likeness of Yahushua, sucks to be you. Because you're going to have the likeness of a missile or famine or something like that. Or likeness of something that hurts really bad.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
See that? So the Lord got a contract. Everybody gonna get it. Everybody gonna get it that had their hand, even 2/3 of our people. Go ahead.
It's 26 and 7. It says, as well as the scriptures we're reading now, but it says here in verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
That's just talking about them Africans right there, but Esau did the same thing.
And all the coasts of Palestine, will ye render me a recompense? And will ye recompense me? Swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Right.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
Right.
Behold, I will raise them out of the place whether ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. So it lines up with Exodus 21 and 16, on how if thou stealeth a man and he be found in your hand, you surely shall be put to death. It's a spiritual death sentence. The Lord has set up Esau. He has bound, and he's being caught because he's striven against the Lord.
Man. That's right. Let's get Psalm 17 to 13 all the way to 16. Did we bring that out?
We started.
Yeah, we bring it up.
Anybody else? Psalm 17. It's like you said 17, 13, right?
Yeah.
Psalm 17 to 13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. From men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I will be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness.
Right. Yeah. So we did bring it up, but yeah. So that's what we want. We want to be in the image of Yahushua, be a reflection of Yahushua, not a reflection of this world, man. When Yahushua shows up, you got a precept?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
This is 1 John chapter 3 and verse 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh, and do have not yet appeared what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. And right now the world look at us and don't see what we are, but the Lord know who we are because we in our same lots. And he see what he doing with us. You know what I'm saying? And in the end, the world gonna say, "Oh, is this the man that we caused in the vision? This the one we talked about to be a bum or whatever's in a cult or whatever they try to say." Look, it's gonna be found that they was in error, and we, hey, as long as we endure to the end, we were the true men of the Yahweh Shem Shah.
John. Go ahead.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, and verse 10. And if thou dry out thy soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday, and the Lord shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water whose waters fail not. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. Thou shalt raise up the foundations of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of path to dwell in. All right, being the ones who merged the hedge and the gap for the people, man, who took that affliction cheerfully. All right?
Yeah, closing up, paving the road, getting rid of all the bumps in the roads, getting all the obstacles. Remember, like about a month ago, the Quan did the lesson, getting rid of the obstacles out of the way of the path, reconstructing the road to righteousness, man.
They like those when they play shuffleboard, not shuffleboard, but they play the shuffle thing in the Olympics and the brushers. They got they be brushing the path for the little thing.
That's actually kind of dope, man.
They wanted to go to the right spot because they aimed it perfectly, so you just got to brush off the path.
Yeah, it's going in the straight direction, but anything in the way of that can disrupt the trajectory and cause it to go off course.
Even if it's a small little bit of frost.
Man, listen, I seen somebody fall off a motorcycle from pouring over a little gravel in the road, loose that small.
A motorcycle?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I know a skateboard, you'll go flying.
After you go, you lose traction.
God, that's true.
All right, let's get Isaiah 14 and 21.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
We ain't brought that out a long time.
I'm about to say, God.
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 Go ahead, read it again.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their fathers.
So they're going to have to pay. They don't regard. They like to say, "Oh, we weren't even around on that time." You hear now?
You hear
now? You hear now?
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Right. So the Lord got to discontinue them, cut their roots off, cut their lineage off, like how they trying to do us. The Lord is going to successfully do it to them. All right, let's get back in Isaiah 29 and 5 all the way to 8.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 29, said verse 5.
Yep.
Says, moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust.
And see that? The multitude of the strangers shall be like small dust within an instant, bro. He was just talking about what he's doing to us, and then instantly, like, you know what? Forget all that. Go ahead.
And the multitude of the terrible ones shall be as chaff that passeth away. Yea, it shall be at an instant suddenly. Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And the multitude of all nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her munition, and that distress her shall be as a dream of a night vision. It shall even be as when an hungry man dreameth, and behold, he eateth, but he awaketh, and his soul is empty.
See that, man? Somebody get hold on 1 second. I think it's Psalms 126. And 1. Yeah, we were like them that dream. Right. All right, so now.
That's it.
All right. So it'll be like when a thirsty man dreameth, right? And in the dream, he drinking, but his soul, he wake up thirsty. Right? This is all like a mirage or a dream to Esau. Right? When he goes to fill his belly, you know what I'm saying? Like he really think he's gonna really get to that point, man.
Yeah.
And then reality is gonna really hit. And he gonna be so super hungry. He gonna be so hungry. It says, surely he will not feel quietness in his belly, man. The Lord, as he goes to fill his belly, the Lord shall rain down fire upon him, man. All right.
Psalms 126:1.
But this is our dream.
When Yahweh turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, Yahweh hath done great things for them.
Right? Can you imagine? They're gonna wake up into reality, right? And we go, you know how you wake up from a nightmare, you be like, oh shit, well, I thought that was real. But you know what I'm saying? But they gonna wake up like, oh damn. See that?
Right.
We
They,
drink the whole time.
they dreaming right now about having Iran in derision, about capturing Venezuela, having Cuba. They're dreaming about Artemis going into space and walking on the moon.
Yeah.
They're dreaming about
World domination.
ultimate surveillance. All this is a dreaming. All this is a dream, but it's going to be gone. What it say in an instant? They're gonna wake up and like, oh shit, we didn't get to the moon. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get onto the tower.
They didn't take down Iran.
They didn't take down Iran. You know, it's all dreams.
We didn't make.
We're not a superior nation.
This is Isaiah 14 and 11. Just to back up your point. Matter of fact, can you read that one again? We use that?
126.
No, he was reading.
He was reading
Isaiah 29.
29 and 5.
The dream, like dream.
Yeah. It shall even be as when a hungry man dreameth, and behold, he eateth, but he awaketh, and his soul is empty. Or as when a thirsty man dreameth, and behold, he drinketh, but he awaketh, and behold, he is faint.
Think about that, man. They've been eating since the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
They've been eating, building up all this history, man.
Yep.
And even with America and NATO, and EU, built that whole empire. It's gonna be thrown down in 1 hour, and they're gonna be back in the low condition they've always been in, even lower than that now. What is it, Isaiah 14 and 15? No, this is a dream right here. 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Why you just sitting there on your high horse? Why you sitting there on your throne? Why are you in the grave now being devoured by him?
But in his head, he still had that victory.
Son.
They were just winning. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, and the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. That's on now.
Son.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, this is their dream, I will ascend into heaven, like you just said. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh, and I will sit upon the congregation, the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Son.
They still want to. They still want to keep us under their foot. They still want to keep. They want to take the blessing.
Son.
They don't want Jacob to get his blessing. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit, all the way to destruction.
All the way to destruction.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and say, consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdom, like you're saying?
Man, listen.
Iran.
Listen, this is what everybody's going to say. First, they're going to say, is this the one that we had in derision in the proverb of reproach? And is this the man that did weakest nations? And see that? And reality is going to hit.
Yeah, they're just dreamers.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed, right? Because through their desires, they made the world into nothing but destruction, man. And destroyed the cities thereof, made it unrecognizable from righteousness. You know, it's a wicked world nowadays. And destroyed the cities thereof that opened not the house of his prisoners. All the kings of the nations, all the nations, except for Esau, even all of them lie in glory. They're going to have some form of living in the kingdom after 1,000 years. Every one in his own house. But thou art cast out, thy grave, like an abominable branch. And as raiment of those that are slain, like the garments on a dead body.
Yeah.
That's how important they're going to be in the kingdom. Basically useless. Thrust through with the sword, a torn up garment, that goeth down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot. That's what level they're gonna be on in the kingdom, man. That's what
It's trodden underfoot.
yeah, that's why the Lord said, over Edom shall I cast my shoe. He's gonna show his might on them. You know what I mean? And destroying them.
Tearing their asses up.
Yep. And if the Lord cast you down, if the Lord judge you, like he said in Jeremiah 5, he gonna cast you down to the ground.
Yeah.
If he show up.
You gonna hit that bitch hard.
Yeah, he said thou shalt be destroyed.
Damn. Let's get Psalms 9 and 17.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 9, verse 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell.
Turn into it.
See that?
And
I'll pull him back the curtains.
verse 17. Psalms chapter 9. It says, the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget the Most High Yahweh.
See that? And you can tell they forgot about it, how they persecute our people. They do it with no remorse. They don't care what happens to them. Let something happen to one of them, though. They doing all kind of treaties and whatever, whatnot, going to war about it, you know? Banding together. Something happened to us, it's worth nothing.
What, the pilot that just got down, the two pilots that got down?
Oh, yeah.
They went and picked them up quick.
Yeah. They had to, though. They had to. If you would have let that sit like that, and man, listen, its approval rating for this war is already really, really low. And if you would have let two pilots just not, you know what I'm saying, get a chance of getting rescued out of there, like the United States would have been an uproar about that.
Well, the service members would have been in uproar.
Yeah. Service members would have been in uproar.
2 Peter 3 and 4, you can speak on it. And saying, that's what they're saying. Where is the promise of his coming? That's why they treat us like this.
Right, because they said, like, man, just keep going.
We've been kicking y'all out for 1,000 years.
Yeah, for 1,000 years. Your God ain't coming.
And where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as were from the beginning of creation.
Damn.
For
They-
this,
So man, so they forgot about Egypt. They forgot about Sodom and Gomorrah. They forgot about Lot. I mean, Abraham being 90 years old, going in and fighting the war, going to get Lot. You feel what I'm saying? They forgot about all that.
Yep.
They forgot about the power and the might of the Lord because they haven't seen it in a minute.
for this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old. The earth back then, it was how it was set up. So it's basically a stage for the Lord to judge. He said, I looked upon the earth, the place of judgment. So the Lord sets the stage for judgment. So us being here, it lets us know that the Lord is setting the stage for another judgment. All right. And man has become ignorant of that. All right. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens of old during the time of Noah, and the earth standing out of water and in water. See, you had the mountains, you had the rain, people walking on the earth. Whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, he said a new stage, theater, by the same word are kept in store reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Purging out that wickedness.
Purging out that weakness.
Yep.
Finding to this land. Oh, got it all together.
Yep. This
We,
right
we
here.
cut them all. We got them all.
Yep.
Now we destroy it.
Yep.
Just like you have an infectious disease, you try to quarantine it and round it up. And then, like, who was that told me that? Our car. It's he was telling we were going fishing one day, and there's a you go across the Dames Point Bridge, there's an island to the left. It's called, what did it call it?
Quarantine Island.
Quarantine Island. Like when people used to come back from the ships, they would place people there to quarantine them. I guess some people may have got left there too. But as everything, all the wickedness is being exposed and rounded up for the Lord to destroy, man. All in one moment.
But we can't imagine what it's gonna be like with no wickedness in existence.
That's really hard.
You know, none on any level amongst our people and amongst these nations and amongst Esau. Man, we can't imagine what that's gonna be like.
Imagine, because he's gonna still have that, like he ain't gonna be able to perform his wickedness, but he's still gonna be Esau. But can you imagine him not being able to move?
They ain't be able to do shit. But after 1,000 years, they're gonna be wiped off.
Yeah, because they still got it in their mind, so they ain't no place for them.
Yep. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with Yahweh as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. Yahweh is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering toward usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. But you're saying Esau's still having their way with us because they think the Lord ain't watching.
Right.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. That's the whole goal. The Lord he want to show up unexpectedly to these devils.
And they when everything that's going on, the way it's going on right now, especially the position that we're in, they really don't expect the Lord to show up.
Yeah, that was it. Yep.
They really do not expect the Lord to show up. They don't feel like they got us in a position of hope. That's it. We couldn't find our way out of a wet paper bag right now.
Yeah, you know, they'll say, you know, we're in bondage and the Lord forgot about us.
Yeah.
But really, the Lord has us preserved here, so he has us here so he can preserve his elect.
Huh.
You know, it's like being in a womb, so we could be the birth of a nation, new nation.
2-9.
Yeah, this is the place of judgment, or the place of the wine press that's set up outside of the temple. You know, outside of our homeland.
Huh.
That's all it's made for. You know, a place of sacrifice.
Yeah. Well, he says he got to sacrifice a Barbara. This is the ultimate sacrifice.
That's all it is. Nah, we got y'all here. We got y'all here.
Right. Remember what Elijah said? Put more wood on it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
Speak a little bit louder. Speak a little bit louder.
Yeah, keep being more and more wicked.
Yeah.
And because the Lord gonna have a cutoff point for him, just like he did with Pharaoh.
God.
You know, Pharaoh wouldn't let him go.
God. He was showing what Pharaoh was willing to do.
Yep.
That's what he's doing. The same thing with Esau. Somebody got it. 2 Peter 2:9. 2 Peter chapter 9.
The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation.
See that? The Lord has preserved him, right? And preserved us out of the way of temptation, right? Even though we're still in the midst of all this wickedness. See that? Go ahead.
And to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
And so he's reserving them into their unrighteous state of mind to stay that way. Ain't no way they're going to be able to, one day wake up like, you know what? I think I want to try this righteousness out. No, the Lord's not going to allow them to do that because the Lord's going to let them stay in that state of mind all the way to be destroyed. All right. Let's get Isaiah. Or did we finish Psalms 9 and 17 all the way to 20?
No, I don't think it was.
Let's stop at 17.
All right, let's go all the way to 20.
All right, it's back at Psalms. I'm start back at 17. The wicked shall, Psalms chapter 9, verse 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget Yahweh. For the needy shall not always be forgotten.
See that? The needy, who is the needy is talking about? Us. Okay.
The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever.
So what is our expectation? The kingdom. But in their eyes, that expectation is perished because they can't see it. Go ahead.
Arise, O Yahweh, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight.
Mm.
Put them in fear, O Yahweh, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Salah.
He's gonna show them that they're not God. Just like how the lesson that the elder did last week, talking about how they exalted Trump as if Trump is the Messiah. You see that? These nations are gonna find out that they're just mere men. They find themselves superior over us because of the position that we're in right now.
Because
it's gonna be reversed.
of inanimate objects that they gained up through this lifetime.
Right.
That's all.
Whatever that word means.
They don't even know what the superhero or God is. We're going to teach them what that is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, y'all, you have something?
No, I'm green.
It is, huh?
But yeah, man.
Let me show you. That's funny because my son walks around the house right now all the time like this.
Hey, I know that.
When we go to the grocery store, he rides. He gets in the basket part, and he
Oh, yeah.
as I'm pushing him through the grocery store, he tries to maintain his balance, but he keeps saying, I'm a superhero. I'm a superhero. And he is, you know. We have to hold on to that. You know, the Lord's going to show the whole world things that our kids feel, that vivid imagination. The Lord's going to make that come on to fruition, man. You know, we really should be thinking like them.
Damn, that really puts into perspective when there was like who can get to the kingdom of heaven. And Yahweh Shah brought the child up and was like, you gotta humble yourself like a child for real.
Because a child, you could tell a child, a child will believe you if you tell him something, man. Like, we really gotta believe what the Lord is saying. We really, not saying that we don't, but believe it as vividly like a child does. Like he really think he be around the house, climbing up on stuff, jumping all on stuff, busting his head on stuff. I'm okay. Like it's steady, and not afraid to do it again.
And be willing to be taught.
And willing to be taught.
That's what a child is. And
you know,
people that have the people that's like grown minded in this world, they have their cup full. And what the Lord said, they got to empty out the cup like a child would. A child is easily teachable, guide, able to guide.
Like a sponge.
Yeah, and self-forgiving. You know, they're not so punishing on themselves. The Lord if you get on your child, they're gonna be looking for you to teach them more or something like that. They're gonna get back up and try again. But a lot of people, they get a just man falls 7 times and get back up. They'll fall and stay down.
Yeah,
they fall out in the truth, not trusting that the Lord can forgive them. Not trusting that the Lord can open these times and show mercy to us. So yeah, man, we're supposed to be like children, have that imagination and hope of forgiveness, guidance.
Yeah,
innocency.
Yeah, my daughter teaches me that. My youngest daughter, like if she gets in trouble, she's not content. She's gonna follow me around till I've forgiven her. You know what I'm saying? And everything is at peace. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we're to follow behind the Lord, man. Follow him until he shows, okay, I'm at peace with y'all now.
Yeah, and it's blind. It's blind trust, but it's not so blind at all because he said, another shepherd shall we not hear.
Right.
So our ears are literally tuned into one station.
Yeah. So we ain't gonna run behind no other shepherd.
Nah, we can follow. You know what I'm saying?
All right. That was all the way to
20.
20. All right. Let's get Psalm 72 and 11.
7-11.
For the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Holy Bible. The Most High's chosen people. Father's name is Yahweh, Son's name is Yahweh Shah. Where it's about to be destroyed, worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. We need to know what these things in order to escape the judgment that the Lord is going to bring down.
Psalm 72 and 11. Yea, all kings shall fall down before him, and all nations shall serve him. For he shall deliver the needy when he crieth.
And we're crying. When? We crying. We showing up crying, boy. He hear it too. Don't think he doesn't. Go ahead.
The poor also, and him that have no helper.
We got to help. Who got to help us on this earth? We ain't got nobody. We ain't got nobody, bro. Go ahead.
But he shall spare the poor and needy, and shall save the souls of the needy. He shall redeem.
Because guess what? Guess what? All these individuals that are chasing wealth or chasing things on this earth and stuff like that, they don't need anything because they're content with being here. If they can get some form of status of being like Esau, they will be content with the world going on the way it is right now. We want change. We need change.
Look
we
at
need
Nate.
righteousness on the earth. That's what we seek after.
God.
So that's what we're going to receive. We don't want we don't want a consolation prize on this side. No, we want the grand prize, which is the kingdom. You know how you go on certain game shows, if you don't win the grand prize, they'll give you a little gift card for no, I don't want that. We want the grand prize, which is the kingdom, man.
Not vacation to Babylon.
No, not huh?
Consolation prize.
Yeah, I don't want no consolation prize.
You ain't win the car, but we got your Arby's gift card, you know.
Hey, all they got to offer you really is destruction. Yeah, you getting a vacation to Babylon. They put you right down the bullseye where that missile finna draw. That's all they got for you. Yeah, like a fire.
We'll give you a eternity in the sauna. Free. All right. I only got a couple. Any precepts?
Precept. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. So he go disquiet all the gainsayers, man. Romans 3:3, for what if some did not believe, man? You know, it's not gonna stop the prophecy and the faith of those who hoping on his coming and the one who is coming.
Yeah. All right, let's get on. You have one? Go ahead.
Just to back up the point that was being made about these devils and afflicting our people. This is Obadiah verse 16. It says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. So just like they afflicted our people,
How we doing, guys?
just like they afflicted our people, just like they caused problems for our people and harmed our people, guess what? They're going to suffer the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They're going to drink of the cup of the Lord's wrath, and they're going to drink it down continually. As a matter of fact, all these heathens, not just the devil that walked by, but all these heathens, you know, and it's going to be as though they had not even existed. That's how the Lord going to beat them down.
We're going to walk right past them in the kingdom, Lord willing. We'll be, hey, guys. Why they working hard?
James chapter 5, verse 4. Oops, second. Verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your misery that shall come upon you. You know, you stole all our wealth, our gold, our silver. You're going to pay back for all that. You're going to get it back too when Yahushua comes back. You're going to take all that from you and your daughters.
Yeah, and they got rich off the dollar, man. That's why it says your gold and silver is cake and
Rich as moth eating.
yeah, garments moth eating. Your covering is got holes in it, man. And the Lord's gonna expose all that, man. Well, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to know that the Israelites are the Holy Bible. Most High Yahweh's chosen people. And precepts down here.
Let's go. Come on, get there.
Nice, interesting. All right, any precepts? Somebody get Psalms 118 and 10.
All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 118 and verse 10. All nations compass me about, but in the name of the Lord will I destroy them.
Ooh, that's self-explanatory. We don't need no break it down, no translation of that. Read it again.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 118 and verse 10. All nations compass me about,
Right.
but in the name of the Lord will I destroy them.
And they got us compassed about right now, man. But in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, they shall be destroyed.
Hey, look at the main primary lenders. Of course, Esau the top, but what? Elam is in the Elam stores are in the neighborhood. Ethiopian stores. Ishmaelite stores, Moabite stores. They all profit off of us. They all get rich.
And they all gonna be destroyed.
Yeah.
Isaiah 17:12 to 13.
Isaiah 17:12. Woe to the multitude of many people which make a noise like the noise of the seas, and to the rushings of nations.
What y'all rioting about, man? What y'all uproaring about, man? The Lord finna destroy y'all. Go ahead.
They make a rushing like the rushing of mighty waters.
See, they and where? Where it says, well, as when the enemy come in as a flood, come on, bring it. I'm ready. Go ahead.
Verse 13. The nations shall rush like the rushing of many waters, but Yahweh shall rebuke them, and they shall fall, they shall flee far off, and shall be chased as the chaff of the mountains before the wind.
And that chaff is meant to be burned up. The Lord gonna blow them away. They're gonna be running in. Ah! Lord, send them on there. That's what my mama used to do to people.
Oh, hey, when Yahweh came from when he was on the boat and there was a mighty storm scaring the disciples, he's like, be still.
Yeah.
And just
What manner of man is he that causes the seas to calm down? That's how it's gonna be. Was that all the way to 13? All right, Isaiah 34:2. And then Isaiah 40:15.
Isaiah 34, verse 2. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
All of them. And that's why you see the buildup happening over there in the Middle East right now. The Lord preparing his way down, you know what I'm saying, to this earth. He finna shake some stuff around a little bit. He finna shake it up a little bit. That's all. That's all. Let's get Isaiah 40:15. 17.
It's Isaiah to the 40 and 15. Oops, sorry. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beasts thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. You going?
17.
Okay. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing in vanity.
That's it. That was what?
Lebanon was where we were flourishing with all kind of trees and stuff, and all the animals. And that was one of the first places they kind of caused a famine to happen by destroying our trees and destroying
the wildlife
and stuff, man. But the Lord was like, all the beautiful trees of that area, the animals there, is still not worthy enough to give to him for a sacrifice. There's nothing you can pick from the choice animals on this earth. You cannot find a greater sacrifice really than your house. He found one for us. He said, there is a lamb in the thicket.
Yeah. That's it. And then because of that sacrifice, we're able to reap our reward, which is the kingdom.
If not, Isaac would have been dead. We would have took part in the judgment too.
Yeah. So the Lord made a way for us not to take part in that, man.
He's gonna fix us either way.
Yeah, he's gonna
fix us either way. But he made a way for a person to be saved. Crazy, man. Beautiful. Man.
That's beautiful.
Plus to agree.
The water, Lord. All right, how you doing, man? How you doing, man?
All right, man. Keep on rocking.
All right, we got more precepts.
What's going on? I just kind of seen the clothing from over there. I'm a photographer and I'm waiting on my client to get here. And so I seen all the young men, young black men. I'm finna come take a picture, but the closer I get, I'm like, oh no, bro, already on it.
Record. Let's
yeah, you have.
Oh, okay, I'll get one.
Yeah, you good, brother.
All right, any precepts? This is Psalms
120:3. It says, what shall be given unto thee? Or what shall be done unto thee, O thou false tongue? And this devil, he has a false tongue. It says, so what shall be given unto him? What is going to be his recompense and his payback? Verse 4, sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of juniper. So and it's just to back up the point that Bishop made earlier about this devil has used his tongue to make it seem like our people are the worst problem in the world. So guess what's going to happen because of that? The judgment of Yahweh by Shemel Shai is going to come upon him. Sharp arrows of the mighty, meaning the Lord is going to judge this devil with fire.
Juniper.
Star.
That was meat that you saw.
Star.
Yeah, precept. Any more precept? No?
Keep it rolling though. Got somebody right there, man.
Well, let's get Zechariah 14:1.
Zechariah 14:1.
Right here, we just hit some look surface.
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravaged, and the half of the city shall go forth into captivity.
Oh, yo, you got the website?
Hey, just to give you a heads up on what we're doing, we out here teaching the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that they're the true Israelites of the Holy Bible. The Most High, Yahweh is the Father's name, who they ignorantly call Jehovah. Yahweh Shai, who they ignorantly call Jesus, which means he delivers, and Yahweh means he exists. We're the chosen people of the earth, even though they told us otherwise, said that we're Africans and all that, when we're not from Africa. And we're just coming out here to wake our people up to the truth of the matter. All right, bring that out again.
Yeah, 'cause, Judgment Day coming, man.
Listen, I'm on that, man. I tell people all the time, you tell my white friends, I'm like, we're the first people, bro.
Yeah.
And I try to break it down to them. So,
All right, bro. Keep going.
Zechariah 14:1. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravaged, and half of the city shall go into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city.
All the way to what person?
I'm about to read 3.
All right, all the way to 4.
Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle.
See that? The Lord shall go forth and fight against those nations, man. Lord's really geared up to go to war with these people, man.
Verse 4. And his feet shall stand in that day upon Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east. And the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof toward the east and toward the west. And there shall be a very great valley, and the half of the mountain shall remove toward the north.
Okay, that was the point. So the point is, the Lord's going to rise up against all these other nations, man, to defend Israel, to defend his chosen, to defend the ones that were persecuted by all these nations, man. It said, what nations have not had a hand in the spoils of Israel? Everybody. Everybody done rioted and looted our place, man. They rioted and looted our land, and they also did the mindset of our people, man, causing them thinking perverse ways against the Lord. So understanding that when we transgress against the Lord got wroth and mad with us, thinking that since he punished us, that's all it was going to be, and let them stay in the lot that they're in right now, right? But no, that's not the case. The case is the Lord was bad with us for a little moment, right? But after that little moment, when his anger is over, that anger is going to turn and multiply against these other nations, man. Go ahead.
The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. It says it plain right there. He's going to gather all nations. Why? Because all nations have had a part in trying to put Israel in derision. trying to oppress the people, trying to oppress the saints of the Lord Yahweh. And because of that, he's going to bring them down to the valley of Yehoshaphat, okay, which is the valley of judgment. And he's going to judge them there for all the things they've done to his people, all right, as touching the apple of the Lord's eye. Okay, he's going to plead with them there for his people. And he's not going to plead with them with hugs, okay, and on bended knee. He's going to plead with the people by fire, all right, by thermonuclear fire, by terraforming this earth that they have tried to destroy.
Man. So that just goes to show you, no matter how much these other nations try to stay neutral in that in the conflict that's going on right now, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah is going to force the hand and force these other nations to become a part of this whole thing, man. He's gathering them all to that area so he can bring judgment down on these people, man. That's beautiful, man. It's all according to the will of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. All right, any more precepts?
I got one quick one.
Huh?
I got one quick one.
Okay, yeah.
Going back. Get back on Edom. Right, it's Amos 9:8. It's a quick one. It said, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord."
I don't bring that one.
Oh,
Not the question.
I Hey, back in Amos 9, chapter 9, verse 8. "Behold, the eyes of the Lord God, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saying that I would."
People don't even, they can't even imagine that. A world without America. They can't imagine that. They can't imagine like
There's
what
no
Elder
more
said-
world.
Like the elder said earlier, can't imagine a world without wickedness.
Right.
It's hard for us to imagine that, you know?
Yeah, that's ultimately the real sinful kingdom we talking about.
Yeah,
Esau's kingdom in general.
yeah,
And America too.
Yeah.
But the whole John, the whole space.
tutor to the tutor.
Yep. Everything that was talked about in Daniel chapter 2, the Nebuchadnezzar,
Turn,
statue of Nebuchadnezzar, all of that is the wickedness that's on the earth.
turn.
All the kingdoms. But destroying Esau, he gonna bring them all down.
Good. Ain't now one of them kingdoms that was on that statue had a bit of righteousness in it.
Nah, he gonna take him at the feet, which is like knock that whole statue down.
And say,
Without the feet, can't stand.
talking about Yahweh Shah.
Yep, shatter that whole wicked system.
Right, you take out a pinky, boy, you go down. So,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
All of them are satanic,
right. There's a little bit left on that.
especially America. Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, you good. It said, the last part of Amos 9:8, it says, saying that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. And that's the point, man. You know, that we're gonna be the ones that be delivered out of this, you know, the elect of Israel, you know, be delivered out of what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has set up for this sinful kingdom. And like as the elder was just saying, the whole system has to go down, man, you know.
Hey, gonna come tumbling down.
Yeah, that whole system that was he said that the harlot riding upon the scarlet colored beast.
Yeah.
All of that. Yeah. All of that gotta go. Everything that they built, he said they shall build, but the Lord gonna tear it down. You know? 'Cause all of those other nations that were part of that statue of Nebuchadnezzar, we read about them earlier when he said they was all confederate against us. So they all part of that same shit.
All part of it, man.
Yeah,
They made
83, right?
they maintain the state of this world. For us, we looking for a new heaven and a new earth.
Wherein dwells
Trust the
righteousness.
Lord, man. We're indwelling righteousness, but them, they maintaining the state of this shit, the way the world is.
Right. That's what I said. 2/3 of our people, if they could find some sort of placement, they would be content with everything going on the way it is going on right now.
Yeah, go out to the store, get the Chinese food.
Yeah. Rat, cat, dog.
Somebody want to eat that, though, you know? Why
It's like we're kind of forced to eat it, man.
Yeah, why person gonna increase and learn it? Be like, yo, I don't want to go. You know, I'm that why I bring up Chinese. I guess you know, we grew up on the Chinese stuff.
Now we got the
When you wise up, get yourself, so make it at home yourself.
yeah.
You start to see that they literally put there to poison us. You know? To hinder us, not just help us. To lick our wound, we put salt in the damn wound.
Yeah.
For infection.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yep.
More infection, more bacteria, they,
Yep.
you know, which increases the infection, increases the wound,
Yeah.
makes the wound bigger
Make it
to where
big.
to the point where you gotta cut
Cut
it
out,
off.
gone.
Oh, yeah, come, brother.
So
Damn.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the only way you can get rid of it, man. So the Lord has to cut it off. You know? It has to be severed.
Cut it off from the source.
Yeah, he said he's gonna establish a new kingdom on the earth through his son. That shall never fail. Never fail. All right, brother.
That's gonna be good. Y'all right.
Revelation chapter 8. See, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquity. Reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double. God, I just bring that up, because it says her sins have reached unto heaven, man. Okay, and that's there's a cry that's going out as well, and that cry has reached unto heaven. Okay, so both of those things are in the ears of Yahweh, all right, and Yahweh Shai. The sins that have reached up, okay, and the prayers of the saints have gone up. Okay, so what's about to come down is what? A reward unto the saints, that salvation, okay, the hope that they have, all right, and judgment is going to come down to the unrighteous and the wicked. Both of those things are coming, and they're coming quickly. It said the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. What is that third woe? That's World War III. And people don't understand that, man. They're walking around, day in, day out. They can see this kingdom falling. Okay, prices are up, wages staying the same. People are struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. But they're just walking around, not giving reverence to the Heavenly Father. All right, the Holy One of Israel, Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? They want to call on JC. Okay, reach out to their to these pastors that don't have any answers. Okay, just want to pass a plate around and receive some money, but they need to be coming out and listening. So they keep passing that plate.
I mean, hey, brother, pass that plate around there, brother.
But this is the truth that's coming out right now. All right, that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true children of Israel and got to come back to their father, all right, whose name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai, not JC, not Jesus Christos, okay, or any of these other crazy names they got for him, man. It's Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Yeah, come on, man. Precepts? I got one.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 10. Ye are my witnesses, said Yahweh Shai, my servants whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me, and understand that I am He. Before me there was no God formed, neither shall there be after me. So, we're getting closer to the end. People are waking up, but they're going to wake up pretty quick when they see that we are the true people of the Bible, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and speckled birds, and that the true King, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, is 10 feet tall, dark-skinned with an afro. Okay, not that, be Jesus? Not him. That's Caesar Borgia, son of a Pope. Look it up.
That's the kicker. Yeah, because our people have been deceived in their mind that this individual is coming back to get them, but that's not what the Bible explains. That's not how the Bible describes them as wickedness. So somebody want to get Revelation 1-13, right? The Bible, and then when you tell our people that, then they say, why does color matter? It matters for truth's sake. If somebody's coming to save you out of danger, wouldn't you want to know who to walk up to?
If they didn't touch his image, we wouldn't have to speak about it.
Right.
But because they lied about it for so long,
It's in the scriptures. And Yahweh Shai knew exactly what he was doing. He put it in the scriptures for a reason. He knew they were going to change the pictures and change the history, everything, man, just to hide the true son from us, man. But this,
He searched out all their works.
All they work.
this is Revelation chapter 1, verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot,
Right.
and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Right. You had a priestly girdle on, right? Up here. Ultimate high priesthood. Right.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right. Read that again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
White like wool, right? As white as snow. So it gave a description of the texture and the color and reiterated it twice. Go ahead.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
That's righteous anger. He's upset. Pretty upset. Peed off. Go ahead.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Right. So now your feet is going to be the same color as your body. And brass that is burned in the furnace is pretty dark, almost black. All right. So that describes the color of our Messiah. And it doesn't look, flip it over. It don't look nothing like that. Nothing like that. See that? That's red. That's pasty. That's
Khaki.
That's goat hair. That's not like sheep wool. You see that? So now that's the deception that they put in the minds of our people to get them to think that they're superior over us, and we got to go to them for salvation.
Okay.
Right, bring it up.
This is First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48.
Right.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Right.
And that's just going into the detail that the heathens tore open the book and they changed the images to reflect as if the Lord looked like the brother saying. When actually it gives a plain description of how the Lord looked and how the Father looked.
Huh.
Yeah, that picture looks feminine.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that dude can save me from nothing.
Scripture said we're not supposed to have long hair.
Huh.
You know what I mean? So they say the Lord had an afro, and because of that image, a lot of our women wear weave. A lot of the men,
Yeah.
you know, get the dreadlocks.
Yeah. Yeah. And they try to associate the dreadlocks with Samson, but Samson didn't have dreadlocks. He had braids, and the only reason why he had it like that because he was a vow of the Nazarene,
Right.
and it was told before he was born for him to be like that. So if you wanna do that, you got to take everything that comes with it. No drinking wine, no drinking nothing. Like you have to stay pure, and you have to devote your life to the Lord. You see that? So all the false narratives that have been taught to our people, we got to destroy those and give them what we call the truth. But what? Somebody get John 4:22. We should be worshiping. We should be trying to find out how to worship the Father right now, how to be pleasing to the Father right now. Should nothing else on this earth really matter? But our people like to get caught up in the semantics and the wordplay that the devil throws around that confuse them instead of getting to the root of the issue and finding out what the truth is, man.
This is John chapter 4 and verse 22. Ye worship, ye know not what.
This is Yahushua, the one they ignorantly called Jesus. This is Yahushua talking to the woman by the well, letting her know, the Samaritan woman, letting her know she don't even know how she worships. She don't even know what she's worshiping. You know, go ahead.
Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation of the Jews.
Right, so salvation of the Jews, meaning Israel. Are we talking about the Israel that's over there in the land today? No. We're talking about true Israelites, man. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Go ahead.
But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
That's why that image does matter. That's why what he looks like matters. That's why the name matters, because we're supposed to call upon him in truth. Right?
For the Father seeketh such to worship him.
That's all right. Keep going.
Keep on. Yahweh is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
See, and if you're trying to worship the Lord, you got to worship him in spirit and in truth. You know? So if the image or its color didn't matter, they would have never took it out of the Bible. They would have never tried to paint the likenesses of their faces. Why? It's skullduggery, right? It's getting you to believe. It's really a W supremacy. Programming you to think that everything that's associated with something good looks like that, and everything that's associated with something bad looks like us.
Like it used to be good guys wear white. They all got the white on.
Yeah.
And the bad guys wear black.
All black.
Right.
Come on.
Black jelly beans taste the worst.
My oldest son was 6 years old, and he asked me, "Do we do anything good?" And I'm like, "Why?" Why do you ask that? He said every time you look at TV, he said the W people always are the good guys doing good, and we always are doing bad stuff. Why do we do all bad stuff? That's what my son. This was before I was even in the truth when he asked me that.
Wow.
You know, so it's been embedded in our mind, in our people's mind, that like anything associated with its color is wickedness, and anything associated with the W color is righteousness. And that was the whole point of them changing the image to put that falsehood in our mind of our people.
And they did a experiment like that with in the schools too,
Yeah,
dealing with elementary
baby
children.
doll.
Come with a little dog.
Right, with the baby doll, right? It just shows you that they putting that in, you know, in your minds at an early age, man. You know, in our children's mind, through the schools, through the TVs, through the social medias, right? Through the doctrines of certain churches. What is that? The Joseph Smith, the teach the skin tone.
Oh, con.
Right, right.
That's the Mormons.
The Mormons.
Con. Yeah, they teach that word curse or ham pretty much.
If you're melanated, you're cursed, and if you're pale, that you're blessed. You know, but that's the that's the spirit that they have that they push out into the world, man.
Sure. All right.
Precept.
Go ahead.
Going back, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee. So that's just taking it back to the beginning. You know, this was the curse that was put on our people because why? Because we went off. You know, it said at the very beginning of the chapter, you know, if we would serve the Lord our power, you know, and do his commandments, all right, then we would be above all nations that are upon the face of the earth. All right, but then you jump up, I think it's verse 15, where it talks about if we go off and we don't observe to do all his commandments, we're going to do what? Receive all these plagues and curses. So that's one of the curses right there. But that's also what? That's also one of the ways, you know, even though it's not good, but it's one of the ways we can identify who our people are in these last days and times. Okay? No other people can say that they are a proverb and a byword and an astonishment amongst all the nations. Okay? You might have people here and there that, you know, they might say this about them, that about them. Okay, but they're not an astonishment and a proverb and a byword amongst all nations. That only applies to one people on the face of the planet. That's so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They got every name that you can imagine for it. Okay, except what? A child of God, the Heavenly Father Yahweh, same God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
It's funny because even with Iran, they still call themselves Persians. Ethiopians, they still call themselves Kush. You know. But we are the astonishment and the byword and the proverb among the nation, man. All right, any precept?
Yeah, I got some.
All right.
This is Deuteronomy, just showing the comparison between us and them. Deuteronomy 7:6, for thou art an holy people unto Yahweh, thy power. Yahweh, thy power, have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, a righteous people, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
And that's
so we're above Esau too.
Yeah. And I'm glad you put that footnote in there, a righteous people. That's how he made us above all the other nations on the earth. Like he gave us the law, statutes, and commandments as a schoolmaster to show us what righteousness is. But once again, what did we want to do? We want to experience it. So we ate off the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So now we're in it.
Proverbs 3:3. Envy thou not the oppressor,
Right,
and choose none of his ways. See, the Lord gave us our ways. That made us above all these nations. We started choosing the wickedness of this world, like the Canaanites, and all these other nations, choosing their ways. That's when we became corrupted ourselves.
Right. And then think about it. So why?
We wind up doing worse than them.
Right. That's the point. And one of the reasons why we're worse than them is because, like, you ever been a sibling and you get your behind whooped? You and your sibling got your behind whooped for the same thing, but you got a worse behind whooping because your mom say or dad say, you knew better.
Right.
You knew better.
Right.
Yeah, I beat his ass, but you knew better. And you went and followed behind. You know you wasn't supposed to do that.
Right. The Lord telling us we better than those people. That's Revelations 2:9 as well.
So he has a different expectation out of us than these other nations.
That's right. Yeah, you alone have I known of all the families of the earth. So therefore shall I punish you. Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. So ain't nobody on this earth worse than Esau. Right? Who for what? So they lying to us there too. Trying to make it like we worse than them. No, they worse than us. Right? They the ones that try to take over the whole world, put themselves up as the Messiah, so the whole world would think that they're the Lord. Eating people, like we just found out recently and in past time. Satanic. You know, straight up blasphemous government, building governments, destroying the whole earth, changing times and seasons, creating an upside down kingdom with medicines and shit like that, man.
Yeah, like off of Stranger Things, we in the upside down right now.
All kind of genocide. They're not worse than them, man. They're the worst. They're the worst of the worst. All right, a true weapon of mass destruction. All right, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. One morsel of meat. That show you how petty they is. Right. We better than them because he said we deal with faith. Our nation deal with faith at the end of the day. All right.
From the beginning, that's what we dealt with.
That's from the beginning. I don't know about now. It's 2:30.
Yeah.
For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. So he was rejected. The Lord like, nah, you know, he want a choice vessel. Bring therefore fruit meet for repentance. For he found no place of repentance. Though he sought it carefully with tears. Oh yeah, we
couldn't get it.
We better than them, man. He said he saw two nature of people in Rebecca's womb. One was gonna be better than the other.
Two manner of people.
That goes back to that goes back to the Lord chasing those two roots.
Yeah.
Wicked root and the righteous.
Yeah, how else would how else would Bill Gates beat up Kimbo Slice? He can't beat him physically. He gotta trick his mind. How else would a lion trick the elephant? You gotta trick the elephant into thinking that it's being hunted all the time, that it's small, that it's weak. But the elephant can do some damage.
Yeah. But if you get into his mindset and let him think that,
but it's taught that it's small. Well, think small. You know, so that's what they taught us. That's what these devils taught us to do. You know?
Speaking on that elephant, that's why they tie him to that little. You go to the store, you see him tied to a little tiny little stick because when they was a baby, they tried to tug and pull that, they couldn't get away from it. So when they mind, this little stick is stronger than me. But that's the mindset that our people in, that we can't escape from this captivity, even though now we have the strength to be able to do so.
Yeah, they took the yoke off physically, but we're still there mentally.
Yeah, syndrome. It's the same thing with bulls too, man. Like bulls be trying to break out of the gates and stuff, and then they see they owner come in there, just push the gate and just walk right on in. That made them go crazy, like, well, and they'll bow down to him, like, you got it, bro. Like, I try to do everything to get up out, and you just walked in with no problem. You know, it's that false sense of them being superior, right?
Hey, just like off of Roots, when our people were emancipated, they was like, yeah, y'all free, y'all can leave, y'all can leave now. He's like, well, shit, where we gonna live? You can live here on a plantation, but you gotta do a little bit of work, and you also gotta pay for the house and the food and the clothes. Right? Exactly. That's exactly what our people said.
Same thing in Egypt when they let us out of Egypt.
Go on.
Our people wanted to go back.
They want to go back, man.
Yeah.
Even went off
One hunger pain. They felt one hunger pain was ready to. What did he bring us out here for, to starve to death?
Right.
We might as well went back to there. At least they were giving us food. That's the mindset of our people today, man. Because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Holy Bible, man. They need to understand that the Most High Yahweh's chosen people.
I've never seen somebody walk silent.
Damn, that's that spirit.
That's that spirit.
All right, well, I guess that concludes our lesson. Understand that anybody that buck up against Ariel, the Lord's going to buck up against them. And we hope that this lesson was edifying and served its purpose for the hopeful elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. With that, we want to give all glory and praise to the Father, His Son, and the Holy Spirit in the proper name in the Hebrew tongue. I want to say Kyle, Alayim, La, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Ha, Rakan, Wadash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and double honor to our elder apostles as well. I heard one by Yashar down here in the Lionz Den camp. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth, sincerity, and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.